Ever find yourself nodding along with a TV character, not because you like them, but because you are them? If you've ever felt like an outsider looking in, you might be surprised by who you connect with in the charming world of Stars Hollow. And let's talk about Paris Geller. What and for many, Paris isn't the sweet, relatable girl next door. She's intense, driven, and often a little overwhelming. But for a growing number of viewers, especially those who identify as neurodivergent, Paris Geller isn't just a character. She's a mirror. Um, I've noticed a lot of people connecting with her, and it's fascinating to see why it's easy to see Rory as the audience surrogate, but Paris embodies a raw honesty and a unique way of experiencing the world that resonates deeply with those who don't quite fit the neurotypical mold. Let's dive into 7 moments where Paris's quirks felt less like character flaws and more like recognition. First up, Paris often struggled to read social cues. Um, she's brilliant, but understanding unspoken rules or subtle body language isn't her strong suit. Remember when Jamie was clearly interested and she completely missed it? Um, it's like a painfully relatable experience for many who process information differently. Uh, then there was the infamous Harvard meltdown. While played for laughs, it felt like a genuine representation of overwhelming stress and a loss of control. The subtle stimming, the emotional flooding, it wasn't just a funny scene. It was a raw portrayal of a system overload. Paris's early attempts at friendship with Rory were unique, and she didn't understand the unspoken rules of connection, showing up uninvited and demanding attention. And it's a struggle many face, wanting connection, but not knowing how to navigate the social landscape. And one, her sudden obsession with crafts. Um, that's hyperfixation in action and similar. And when the a topic captures a neurodivergent mind, it's all consuming instance that try all to a certain of the conflicted saving. The late night glue gun sessions and the frustrated roommate are a familiar sight for those who've been lost in a passionate pursuit. Uh, um, and Paris doesn't filter, but she says what she thinks, often without considering the impact on others. And well, sometimes abrasive. It stems from a directness that many appreciate, a refusal to play social games. She's just honest. She has a strong sense of justice, perceived unfairness, ignites a fire in her, uh, whether it's a grade, a political issue, or a friend being wronged. She can't stand by and do nothing. It's a deeply held value that that drives her actions. And finally, the over planning, uh, the charts, the cue cards, um, the constant analysis. It's a coping mechanism for anxiety and a desire for control. It's exhausting, yes, but it's also a way to navigate a world that often feels unpredictable. Um, so next time you watch, take a closer look at Paris. You might be surprised by how much of yourself you see in her. And remember, it's okay to connect with characters who are a little bit different. Um, in fact, that's often where the most meaningful connections are found. Speaking of connections, if you enjoy deep dives into character analysis, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,